Hi, Sylvia here. Welcome to my channel and another Junk Journal January prompt. Today's prompt is prompt 3, and that is throwback. So, throwback. Looking back at something after yesterday's, I have glued 2 pages together because some of the glitter, the embossing leaked through. So my plan is to decorate this page and use this for a little bit of journaling in regards to throwback. Okay, throwback. So recently, well, when I started doing junk journals, my partner gave me a load of photos of his, well, not a load, but a few photos of his ancestors. We've used them before, and let's put it this way, his ancestors just keep on giving. I mean, I do have Tim Holst cutouts, die cuts here, but particularly for this particular prompt, I want to use his ancestor, one of them, because it's, you know, it's just nice to use someone familiar. Also, who knows what these are? I don't think, I'm not 100% sure that the young generation know about these, what they are. They're film photo negatives, and I have recently stumbled across them. So they're not like, you know, hugely old because of the supermarket logo on there. But I mean, you know, who looks at them these days? So I decided that's fine. I'll simply use them in my collages. So fine. Although having said that, I am not, you know, going crazy with them for the simple reason that I don't actually know when I'm going to get any more. So I tend to be a bit, have a bit of a hoarding habit in regards to those. So I'm going to round the corners because, quite frankly, I like a rounded corner. And so now I want a background. This is another one. It's a I got in a swap at the beginning or the middle of last year, so that's a throwback. And my thought was, what I will do is if I cut this in half, and you know, it'll be like a frame, but looking at it now, I might not even bother with that. I might do something completely different, just offset her. I know what I'm going to do. I think, because I'm going to offset Mrs. She's one of my partner's aunts from, oh, I don't know, Victorian times, I think. Because I use his aunt Ida a lot. She is my favorite. I don't even know why, but from all accounts, she's a bit of a, she was a bit of a rebel. This particular one, I've got a locket, I think, which is her in there, and a man who apparently went to war, never returned. So she was never married, which, you know, and she never, apparently never bothered to look for another man again, or from all my, from what I and how I understand. Right, so yes, I want it down. No, I want it like, I want her offset. So I want her offset, and I want that down a bit, something like that, maybe a bit more over, but it does look a bit So my thought, what I might do, if I can get the needle out, I might put some thread through there, some gold thread I've got. Having said that, this gold thread is a nightmare because it's got a life of its own. So maybe I'll do a double thing. It might be quite nice to look at. So let's see. Do a double. And see if I can anchor it at the top. So I have to use one of these needle threaders because my eyesight is no longer very good and acceptable. So I'm just hoping that I don't rip this, because I've done that before. I promise myself all the time that I'm going to get a proper needle threader, and every time I don't. Right, so what I'm going to do, because that one is cut, is I'm going to anchor it at the top, not like that. Let's see if I can do it that way, like so. And now I'm just going to weave it through. The question is that going to be enough? Oh, it does show up. I've got a thicker one, but I'm not sure that I want a thicker one. So yeah, so anyway, throwback. So we've got throwback 2 film strips, negatives, and we have his ancestor, throwback to that, and of course a throwback to a swap I was taking part in. So I come out here. So I think I'll be quite happy with that. I could have maybe put a bead or something at the top. No, I'll leave that. That's fine. So Junk Journal January, let me tell you about it in case you don't know. It's hosted by Meg Journals and Get Messy Art. They're collaborating to host this, and it's a recurring, and it's been going for a bit. So I will link Meg Journals and Get Messy Art down below in the info box. And they also have, every day you have a different artist. It's not just Meg that does this. This is because this is slightly different to Defemerember. This is more, you make a journal and you decorate the inside of the journal according to the prompts. You don't, well, you can if you want to, but you don't actually make ephemera as such. Obviously you can if you wanted to. So you have 30 artists, and Meg has, I will link that particular video below her the particular playlist. Meg has all the relevant names linked on her YouTube channel, so everybody does their interpretation, and I just think it's a really lovely thing to ease you into the new year. Of course, you do know, I mean, you know, many of us suffer in January more than any other time of the year. I know I do. I really suffer with the lack of light, and this year in particular, all that, oh, that rain. Everybody is suffering with that, and it's all just grey on grey and cold and miserable, and you can't do anything because it's just, oh, horrid. So this will at least take your mind off, and you know, bring you maybe a little smile to your face. I mean, for me it's quite good because I miss going into the garden. That is for me, it's, oh god, I really, really miss, and I can't do anything in there because of the right, put that, where do I put that? Like so. Line it up with that there. Yeah, I'm not going to be able, I'm not able to do anything in the garden, which is, oh, horror, horror, horror. I see it and I want to just get in there, and I do try as much as I can, but oh, it's just not happening. So this is a really nice way of getting through January. Right, just glue his aunt down. I can never remember her name. Why can't I remember her name? I remember Ida. Why can I remember Ida's name all the time, but not hers? I really don't know. Right, so I'll put that there. Maybe I slide it up a bit and her down a bit, like so. Just give the thing a bit of a polish. Right, and then I am going to cut this off down here. I'm going to take my awl and see if I can spread this a bit out. Maybe not, but I will. Just a little tiny little dollop of glue on either end, just to stop it from flapping about, really. I don't want too much glue on this. I just want, because the glue will dry clear, so it's just to keep it from flapping about. So this is my throwback then. His aunt, a very old piece of negative, film negative, photo negative, and a swap piece of fabric. I hope you return tomorrow, and thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.